Uh, I've been making these offset chucks, and the smaller one, I use the one-way stronghold, the big jaws, so I can make a much bigger one. And instead of making this thing with a saw cut in it and springing, I put dowels between it, so it's actually doweled together and it slides, so I don't have to worry about breaking it. I'll break it now. Uh, I don't have to worry about breaking it, and I can turn much bigger things. Um, this was a bowl. I can put a bigger spigot on the end of it, and this way I can turn a
Oh,
bigger.
that,
Uh,
That's neat.
well, that's done on that's one center. It's only moved about a half an inch, but that's what the half an inch is the difference between the OD and the ID of this thing.
oh,
It's
I like,
amazing.
Cool.
It's amazing what you can do with it. And then I wish Joaquin was on here. He he's an instigator. Um, he started this. But anyway, this is 3 cylinders turned at 120 degrees difference. So they work their way around the piece.
Cool.
it's all one piece?
All one piece, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And I ended up with a base with this big tenon on that fits into this thing. This is actually on the end of here. And there's no way to reverse check this or grab it or anything to turn that off. So I made a base with a socket on the top and the bottom, a recess on the bottom. So I could turn that, I could then mount this and glue this into the base and finish turning the outside. It really worked nice. In fact, it's kind of neat. You don't have to take the tenon off your piece. You just make another base with a socket in it, stick it on there.
Cool.
Good idea, Jim.
Really cool, Jim.
Yeah, well, I really, it was either that or carve it off, but this is the same kind of thing, only it's at 180 degrees difference.
Joaquin's on.
Joaquin just came.
Huh.
Oh, he's an instigator, is he? Where are you, Joaquin? Anyway, he started this.
And they've been calling back and forth.
And we've been calling back and forth. We had a bunch of stuff going, I'll tell you. But anyway, this is the same kind of thing, and I ended up with that big base on the end of it.
How did you support that while you were turning the offsets?
Carefully.
It's got a big tenon on it that fits in this chuck.
How about the tailstock end, the opposite end, where the barrels are?
You can actually, when you put this off center, this becomes center. So you can actually put something in here. Actually, what I did is I drilled a hole. You can only drill one of these. You drill this first one and then turn it. And then you offset and drill this one over here and turn that. And then go back and drill this one and drill the bottom one through here.
Okay, okay.
But even on this one, once you've got the hole drilled, you can leave the drill in here as a support from the tailstock.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, what you have to watch is your Morse taper with the drill chuck and the drill can come out. So you've got to put a through rod through and a wing nut on the end, to hold it into the tailstock. The drawbar, yeah. But
Jim, I'm on my third one.
what?
I'm on my third one.
You're on your third one?
Yeah.
Did you use a big chuck, one of my chucks, or the other one?
I didn't use the big one. I'm the 1 3/8 hole.
Okay, this is a 2 1/4 inch hole, and it's got much more. You didn't see. I just showed this bowl. this has got a 2¼ inch tenon on the end, so I can do an offset.
Yeah,
That's a pretty heavy piece.
okay.
What do the numbers represent on your chuck?
Oh. Well, it depends what day it is. And you're- The black ones, the black ones are 0, 1, 80, 90. Those are divided into 8 segments. The green ones are 30, 60, 90. They're divided into 12 segments. So on this sort of thing, on this, I use the black numbers because I went 180 degrees. And on this, I use the green numbers
Yeah,
because
36.
these are 120 degrees.
Right.
I had one I broke, and I can't believe I did it. I got
No.
this one done, and I was turning this one. And you know how you do stupid things? You could hit yourself in the head with a tool. I came out of this sideways, and I clipped the other one and busted it right in half. I couldn't believe it, but anyway,
Very
Lots
cool,
of fun.
Jim.
lots of fun. But that really works to get rid of a tenon. Make a base with a socket in it, and leave this base in the chuck, and then glue this into it, and then finish turning on center. That works beautiful. I'll do more of that.
That's cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great
Yeah.
job, Jim.
That was this really works now with the dowel in between it.
Chunk variation.
Yeah, this is like version number 873, I think. Yeah, writing articles is kind of fun, but I'll tell you, you get this thing and you think, oh God, this is great. And you write this article, it's really terrific, and you get it published. And 2 days later, you think, oh my God, if I'd have put this over here, the whole thing would work better. And in fact, on this version, I actually did another bowl, and I put out a revised chuck for it. But that's a stop. This goes between. You take 2 jaws out of your chuck. When you take 2 jaws out of your chuck, you can slide this into there, and then this stop hits the side of the chuck, and you drill a hole in here. So this is on dead center. And then when you want to go off center, you just slide this like this. And it's intuitive because you can see how much off center you are right here. And then the mandrel, that whatever's in the middle, turns. So once you go off center, like with this, once you've gone off center with the first one, you don't have to slide this sideways anymore. You keep the same offset, loosen it up and turn it, and then you're on center for this to make this one. And then you loosen that up and turn it again, and you're on center to do this one. And that's why you have the 0 over here, but then the first center would be 120 degrees, would be this one over here. And then the second one would be 240 down here.
240. Yeah.
So you put a mark across the base of the tenon so that you know where to turn it on.
That's right. Yeah.